Thank you guys for being here. So today we have an exam for two students. Yeah. So just like enjoy the presentation, and after the presentation, just ask them any question, give feedback, whatever you want to say to them. And this one is kind of final exam for them after for the summer course. So yeah, go ahead. Who is the first?
Me, yeah. I lost rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
So, anyways, hello, my name is V, and today I want to talk about beauty. So, in our class, we have talked about a phrase called "beauty is only deep, and it's always getting deep," and that is exactly what I'm going to talk about now. So, when mentioned about beauty, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
The way that things look and the way that we feel inside. You know, we often speak about how everything is beautiful, right? Especially because you're an artist. What about you guys? What comes to mind when you think of beauty?
Well, yeah, it's the first thing that strikes you.
Yeah, the way how others see us.
Yeah.
Is beautiful or not?
Anyone else want to say anything? Okay, so for me, whenever somebody mentioned about beauty, I will always think about their beauty. So, what is the difference between inner beauty and outer beauty? Do you have any opinion?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Go on.
Well, the inner beauty speaks about your character, about how good you're capable to be to other people, and inner beauty is longer to appreciate than outer beauty, because you need to get to know someone, but you have to work for it, or be struck by it on the long term.
Anyone else?
Or let me say that your eye will catch the outside beauty and your soul will recognize the inner beauty.
Anyone else?
I'm not a philosopher, just saying.
Anyone else have an opinion?
The difference between inner and outer?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, outer is the way that something looks. I think inner is more about action and what we do and how we do things, and maybe what we think as well.
So, inner beauty, it's usually to describe somebody's personality, their aura, what you feel around them. And for outer beauty is, for example, somebody has a very pretty face, pretty eyes. It's their physical beauty, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, although for other people's eyes, they're different. Not all of the peoples have the same perspective as you. For example, you see somebody walking on the street, wow, they're so beautiful. But then over here we have your friend, your relatives, whatever, they will look at them and then say, oh, they're decent. They don't have the same perspective as you.
Mm.
So that's outer beauty. But inner beauty, a lot of people can see the similarities. For example, somebody's really nice and you can see that, you can see they're nice. And your friend who's next to you, they can hear your whole conversation and they can go like, yeah, that's really nice too. Even though there's some people, there's still difference. Some people doesn't like nice people, like too nice people.
Mm.
But still, I think it's have more similarities. So, what do you guys think though? Do you find the similarities between honest people with somebody in the beauty?
Can you ask that again, please?
Okay. So, do you find the similarities with other people's when it comes to somebody with their inner beauty. Like somebody is rude or somebody is nice.
That's
like
the
these
question
are-
I'm gonna ask you, but okay.
So, okay.
Do we have this? Are you asking us if we have, if we
Same
find that
opinion.
people have the same opinion about somebody's inner
Yeah.
beauty and what that means, right?
Yeah, like more than outer beauty.
Ah, okay. I would say maybe yes. Yeah, because often there's a certain shape around a good character versus a bad character. But I think it still can change. I would say more than outer beauty though.
Yeah.
Maybe it depends though, because you know, in some areas maybe we like a certain kind of outer beauty, so we would share the same opinion just as much because we have similar tastes and values maybe.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's
I mean, for me, I guess it's important to have that outer beauty as well, because sometimes you judge people by their looks. So you might not get to know the person because, say, for example, I'm just saying that person might not be attracted to you. So you might not get to know that person, to know their personality. So if that person is like pretty or beautiful, then you get to know the person, and then you get to know the personality, the inner beauty. So, but I think it's important to have that outer beauty as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But at some point, inner beauty can reflect on how you see the individual. So you can see how they carry themselves, and you can find a charm and beauty that you didn't find at first glance. So when you have inner beauty and you get to know someone, it shifts on your overall perspective.
Okay, what about you? When you look at your family, your friends, your teachers, the whole society, would you say you're unanimously saying this is good, this is inner beauty, and this is not?
Well, I really never assume others people's beauty, but before I get to meet them, because I just don't like to make assumptions. that's really it. So, yeah. So we used to think that beauty hides in the person's eyes. However, something that you consider pretty might, like I said, something that you consider pretty might appeal ugly to others. That's what I'm saying. I just say that. So usually a person will pay more attention to the outer beauty. They could say like, oh, this person's pretty. She's probably nice. She's probably rude, or maybe she's neutral. But when you actually if you actually get to know the person, you will find out their true identity, how they actually look inside. So this person, they can look nice, but they are actually very rude inside. And a lot of people make this mistake in public, like when a boy meets a girl, she's very pretty, and then you got a relationship, but then it doesn't last long because the girl that he knows is actually not that nice. She's rude, she's manipulative, and then the relationship breaks. It doesn't stay for long at all. This is my personal experience. I saw a lot of people, both online and offline, having a very, very bad relationship. How about you? Have you ever experienced this before?
Yeah, of course, there's a logic behind. I think it's called the halo effect, which people that are prettier tend to attract positive things, even when it's not logical. But so people can be pretty all their life, and how can I say? Don't have to work for something because things are given to them just because they're pretty. So they don't make the extra effort of being, of having quality character. And I don't want to sound rude, but lots of girls, it can be very, very easy for a girl to just attract guys with her looks and guys can stay dumb around them all their life, and they don't have to put the extra effort of being nice. As you said, they can be manipulative and stuff like that. So that goes both ways, I guess.
What is more important to you when you meet someone new?
I would try to get to know them more, for like what they like to do, what they usually do, but I still need to, I still need time to get along with them, because like they're not gonna show their true colors on the first day you met them. So yeah.
No one does.
And if they're not the person that you're looking for, leave them. Just leave them.
Do you trust your instincts?
Well, not really sometimes.
This is what we said about the flow effect. This is what is called in psychology. The first thing you feel about the new person you have just met is the right thing about that person. Everything else is just an ego. So that's why I'm asking you if you believe your instincts.
Sometimes
Okay,
it's
maybe you're
sometimes.
too young. No, you are 15, 16. How old are you?
I'm like 14.
Okay, sorry.
That's alright.
Maybe you're too young, but okay, just keep that in mind. Trust your instincts, trust your guts about people. Not your mind, just your gut. Gut is the second mind, second brain.
Okay. So the problem over here is that people judges the book by its cover. Like you see somebody pretty, but then after you get to meet them, they're rude. They're not the person you're looking for. So what you gotta do, like I said, leave them. Just completely leave them. I know this is a little bit hard. Like a lot of people doesn't do it. Like they didn't do it successfully. They still having contact with that person. They still talk to each other, but then it just creates a very bad relationship, like abusive. Sometimes going to abusive, which is not good at all. So I think you need to pay more attention to a person in their beauty than their out of beauty. You need to get to know them first, of course, but then that person is not for you, well then leave them. You don't want to stick to the bullying people.
I think lots of people talk about outer beauty because when you are not friends, you can only talk about the environment that you see. So when you judge people by their cover, you don't get to know them. So especially as boys, like but I think most people still have the wisdom of adapting to the relationship that they make. You meet someone, and you still fall in love with them regardless of how they look. I think most people are still very aware of that,
And I think it's important whether you're talking about being friends or being like a partner, because sometimes people they want to be with someone pretty because they've been judged by their friends as well. So, but if you're just looking for a friend, then inner beauty is more important. But if you're looking for like a partner, then maybe looks also maybe even more important than inner beauty. So that's just my opinion.
Some of that evolved biologically, so we can always know the difference between our carnal instincts and our brain.
Do you have such an experience? To meet someone who is really beautiful, and after a while it turns out it's a bad person, he or she, and vice versa.
Yeah, I did actually. This happened before, and she was supposed to be my best friend. She's near my old house. We played.
She still lives there?
Yeah, she still lives there. So we often play together, like we're a child. We're just playing together. And the more we grew up, the more we rude, manipulative she gets. I know it's bad for me, but I was like, you know what, I'll give her a chance, but no, that was the worst decision in my life.
Did you befriend this girl because of outer beauty originally?
Yeah.
What can you tell us more about that? What attracted you to her at first?
I remember that when I was about to go to school, she was like,
What did you say? What did you say? I what?
I was about to go to school.
Remember.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So that time I was about to go to school, and I saw her. She's wearing this very beautiful dress. Her hair was very well done, and her face is with makeup, but it's really nice. It's not like overdue. And I think like, oh, she looks nice. I want to go out and make friends with her. Yeah, that's what I think at first. But now, when we grew up, we separated because it's too much for me to handle.
Okay. So you base your experience in that regard was you made friends with her because of her outer beauty and her aesthetic, and then you realized that what was inside wasn't the same.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's while the outside is pretty, the inside is just ugly.
Yeah. And you are no longer friends.
Yeah.
No, it takes some courage to snap out of it, you know?
Yeah, and I just decided to let it go because I'm actually happy that I removed one of the bad things in my life.
Did she hurt you? Did she insulted you or something? Or she was just, not so beauty and clean from inside?
Well, she did insult me sometimes, and she's a little bit rude to other people as well. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's my opinion on why inner beauty is more important than outer beauty. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any question?
No, it was a very good presentation. Well done.
I have some question left. First one, I want to ask you what is the purpose of this presentation? You want to advise us or you want to show your opinion?
I want to both share my opinion and give you guys advice on how to actually like change your perspective on somebody who is pretty but is actually something different inside.
So the thing is the woman, the girl you just told us, that is the only thing you being experienced about this one, right?
Yeah.
So you said you're going to change us or like maybe do something like that. Like how can you change us? Because right now here we have like a lot of people here like older than you, much older than you, and also some people like the same age with your mom. About how you can change people after one short presentation. Even of course like people here like have a lot of things, similar things, and even some very intense things, much more intense things like you just mentioned. How you can change them after that, after this presentation or after your story? Because you said the purpose is that you want to change them. How you can change them?
Well, yeah, this is actually a hard question for me because like I've been trying to find out the answer for it. But honestly, I saw some adults that I know that went through a lot, but they still seem to judge people by their outer beauty, than their inner beauty. For example, my grandma, she's really old, but then she still judges people by their color, not the inside.
And is she often, do you think she's often wrong?
Yeah.
Can you give us an example maybe? One that maybe not too personal to share?
So she said that this girl is kind of, and and it's because she has like a big, like kind of thing on her neck, and I was like, yeah, because like I don't want to create a bigger room in between me and my grandma. So one time I was in the elevator in the hotel, and I met her, and she was like carrying her baby. She's struggling to do that because like she has two of them. So like, I would offer her to like helping her, like, and she was like, and I just helped her, and then when we reached the first floor, I give her her baby back, and then she just sit on a chair, and then she gave me a candy that's actually really nice. So that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that example.
So for you, like, what is the definition of being beautiful? Can you tell us shortly?
So for me, the definition of beautiful is that something or somebody is beautiful. Someone over here, for me, is like their outer beauty, and something is like a thing that is beautiful or their inner beauty.
Okay. So you mentioned a lot about inner beauty.
Yes.
So what do you think about yourself? Do you think you are a beautiful person?
Well,
You said like inner. So only you can understand you,
yeah.
you know. So that's why I asked, because we don't know you. We just see you from outside. We just like have some interaction with you, but it's not enough to judge. You have to understand yourself. So you are a beautiful person or not? It's okay if you say I'm not. For example, I'm not. So how about you?
I get that a lot of times, and a lot of people, they don't feel beautiful for their outer beauty, but they always feel good about their inner beauty. Or
I'm not asking you about others. I'm asking about you.
Yeah. And I don't explain this. So yeah. And they always feel good about their inner beauty, and that's what I also feel. I also feel good about my inner beauty. I feel decent about my outer beauty, but my inner beauty, I feel good about it. I feel happy with it. And I think others will also feel happy about their inner beauty, even though other people will have another different perspective, or they just don't mind about their inner beauty. Like,
Yeah. So if someone else may see you as a very ugly person, inside and outside, so what would you think, or what would you do, or you just let it go?
I just let it go, honestly.
Anyone, if even like okay, your parents off. I'm not sure of your family. I don't want to say, forgive me. But if your parents, it happens sometimes in life. Your parents see you as an ugly girl, inside and outside, or your best friends, or maybe someone you really love.
Well, most of the time they were just joking, or they were like encouraging me to like lose weight or change my personality to a better person. So sometimes I take that as a criticism, and I try to change myself sometimes, but to beat myself. And sometimes if it's insulting, then I just don't want to hear it again. I just let it go.
Just let it go, like whoever, like for example, your parents. Your parents said, okay, that it's not about joking, it's not about they make sometimes they make fun of you, but you see that as a real thing. So what do you think? What do you do if your parents say, "Oh, you're ugly," and in very serious way? So you also let it go, or you don't let it talk
I
about
still
it?
let it go.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like I'm not gonna change it. Like, I'm me. I am myself, so I just let it go. I don't remember about it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't have any question.
What do you think, how many people really and truly believe in inner beauty? And, or how many people will still be deceived by outer beauty?
What is this?
I don't know, I know comparison, just some percentage.
Well, it depends really. Like, a lot of people have different perspective and their standards. Like, a person would prefer outer beauty than inner beauty, but another person would prefer inner beauty than outer beauty. I personally think in this generation that teenagers like pay more attention to outer beauty more than inner beauty in this generation. Well, in Vietnam, of course, because I don't know about the other countries. Yeah. So I don't see a lot of people pay attention to inner beauty. Like, I saw some of my friend does, but a lot of others doesn't.
And
So,
the second part of the question, how many people do you think are deceived by outer beauty?
I would say,
Yeah, no, it's a tough question.
Yeah,
85%.
but you have. So, would you say
More than half.
50%, 60%? Most
90?
people, yeah.
But there is one good thing. We can read from people's face. Even if they're really beautiful, you can still read the emotions, the expressions.
yeah, but some of the people, they're not really good about it. And they just, why does it come up and like, hi?
It's a skill you need to develop.
Yes.
So you don't really appreciate the outside beauty. For example, you always say that you also always mention the inner beauty. So it means you don't see outside beauty as an important thing.
Yeah, no.
But you do, sweetie. You're an artist. Of course you see outside beauty as important.
Well, that's just for drawing stuff. 'Cause
Yeah?
honestly, I always make characters that
Yeah.
is like kind, nice, and all that stuff. Sometimes can be an evil character, but you know.
So with people, outer beauty doesn't matter. With people, when it comes to people, outer beauty doesn't matter to you.
No.
And what about everything else? Like the world, not humans.
Well, yeah. For me, the world it is beautiful.
And is it important to
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes them others. You know.
And what about the way we dress and the way we make ourselves? Is that important? The way we decorate our bodies, the way we look after it, the way we present ourselves to our peers.
I mean, it's a good way to express your personality, like the way, like your aesthetic. But a lot of people who are poor, they don't have a lot of money to express themselves like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
But actually, style is not about money.
yeah,
You can be very rich and have no style at all.
yeah, but sometimes
Is it important to you?
clothing is not so important for me. I mean, like, I can see somebody with casual clothing and I go like, okay. And someone with pretty clothing, it's going to be the same result.
What about being clean and neat versus maybe being unclean and not neat?
Well, that doesn't matter too. Actually, a lot of my friends that is unclean. but still, they have like pretty nice personality. So
Okay, I understand that. Just one question from my side.
Okay.
I understand that you don't care about outer beauty, but I really want you to tell me how a really beautiful outer beauty person looks like. You can compare it to some actresses or actors or singers or some popular characters, I don't know.
well, if that
Or you can just describe someone
Actually, asking for the opinion, not honest.
What is
who.
your...
I mean, you have to notice the beauty.
yeah,
You can't be blind on it.
yeah,
When I see someone or something beautiful, it really touches my heart.
yeah.
And yes, I'm speaking about outer beauty, but I like aesthetics. I like how it looks all around. So just try to describe beautiful person. Not inner beauty, outer beauty.
Gold.
In that case,
So
then,
what?
normally
Black
if somebody
t-shirt.
asks that question, then I would say everyone, because like everyone's pretty.
You talk about yourself.
But like by their
You
own,
talk about yourself.
yeah. So if somebody asks me that question, then I would normally answer everyone. But honestly, I usually think of somebody with short hair.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Blonde, like.
I don't care about her hair color actually.
Okay.
So with short hair and I'm not sure about clothing actually. Yeah.
Tall, short.
And short hair and
No, tall person, short person.
oh, I don't know, just medium. Just medium, that's fine.
So I have another question. How
Wait, let her at least finish her description. Finish your description
sorry.
of what's a beautiful person to you.
I think that was all.
No, she was about to say something. She was literally, she takes time. She's thinking about it.
Probably somebody who's care about their fashion more. Like they could wear a dress, they could wear jeans. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
I mean, you can ask that.
Have you ever experienced knowing someone beautifully by chatting online and then having them not really express that beauty after meeting them? Because that's very common now. We meet people, we bond with people virtually very easily sometimes. But that lack of proximity we feel physically can sometimes be very surprising. You know, you meet someone that they're great, and then in person, you don't feel like you're speaking to the same individual. Have you ever had that experience of, you know, discrepancy between the two?
Well, I've never experienced that because like most of my friends are like the opposite of the earth for me. But like I know a friend, a lot of friends actually. They know somebody online, like they're really nice. They want to know each other's more. But then when my friend meets him online, we know offline, he's not what she expected.
Yeah.
He's really rude. He doesn't even pay attention to her at all. He just going off with his friend.
Mm.
And they didn't talk really much the whole day. So
Yikes. Yeah. How do you feel about that? When you nervous to experience that, or has it given you perspective to know how to meet people?
usually I'm very aware online because I never know how that person's going to be like. Like they can be nice, but then again they're a predator. So I'm really like I avoid like accepting friend requests, like random ones online. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so I have one question about a very real situation.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go out and you see like two people approaching you, and one person with a very messy hair, very dirty clothes, and very dirty clothes.
I yawned. I'm just saying.
Very dirty clothes, and even some scars, some bruises on their face, and they look like homeless person. And one person also clean normally like us, like for example, like Phuong, for example, clean, neat, seems very nice. Okay, come to you at the same time asking for the favor, and which one do you feel more comfortable and easy to talk to?
Well, I don't know. I usually help both of people, but if it's like a very heavy like carrying something, then it could be hard for me to choose. Like
Why hard? I mean,
like I always want to help people,
Yeah.
like especially both at the same time. But if I choose this person and leave the other person, then I will feel bad.
no, I mean, as two person, they go, maybe one person go first and the other person go later. And so which one you feel more easy to talk to? No, not later, it's just at the same time. So maybe they ask the same thing. They ask for the same thing. For example, manage your number is a favor, same favor.
Well, same favor, so I can do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you can have them both, but like which one you feel more comfortable, more easy to talk to?
Oh, honestly, I would say that was man, because like he actually reminds me of my dad a lot. He's a little bit unclean and he has a lot of scars. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm usually like more comfortable with people with scars or something.
But not only scars, the bruises on the face, and they look like a homeless person with some kind of violence. I can show you the picture later of one guy, and the dirty clothes and messed up hair, and also like they look like criminal, for example. They look like, but no, I'm not sure. We're not sure because of that.
I mean, I'm not scared of stuff. I can pick up a roach and just run after you with it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Have you been in that situation before?
No, actually, I've never seen it. Like,
What is it then?
there's
Yeah.
no way there's going to be two people who came to me like, hey, can you help me with something? That's
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, when you grow up, like, and you get older, probably you meet that situation on the end.
yeah,
At that time, normally I said, okay, people can say, can speak about anything easier here than easier said than done, you know. So like when you see that, when you meet that, it's a new situation, that is a danger. I also want to help you, but I have to choose people I have. Not like, of course you can choose from whatever you want to use, for example, your method. But yeah, at least now you have a good thought. That is at least.
yeah.
But yeah, when you been through that one, yeah, you can see, we can see, know the real answers.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you have any other questions for us? You can ask anything because like also this one presentation, but also from two sides.
I don't have questions, I just have one suggestion. Since the tone of your voice is really fabulous, you should be a TV or radio speaker, anchor, journalist or something. It's really great voice.
This can happen.
Yeah. Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, I am trying to be a voice actor sometimes.
Yeah, you should be. You're really good voice.
Are you curious about anyone here?
No, not really, actually.
What you want to
So we are not beautiful enough?
No, you are.
Yes.
I just don't have any concern. That's it.
Concerns about what?
That's the thing. I don't have anything.
You don't have any concerns. Okay.
Okay.
So you're not curious about any beauty here? Oh, we are not, like I said, we are not beautiful enough.
No, it's not. No.
No?
You guys are beautiful. What?
Oh no, you believe the lie.
Uh,
And there's no winning.
Alright, so I think if no one has any answers, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Uh,